Howdy, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English with Class Official, where learning English is easy and fun.
We are so happy you are here with us today.
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Burg.
Burg? Stop. Did you step outside today?
I did. And I want to speak to whoever is in charge of the weather.
In charge of the weather?
Yes, I have some very strong feedback.
Oh, Burg.
I stepped outside for 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Chloe, and I came back a completely different person. A warmer, sadder, sweatier person.
Okay, but wait. A warmer, sadder, sweatier person. You know what that phrase is in English?
What?
That is what we call describing yourself using 3 adjectives in a row. Warmer, sadder, sweatier. And notice Burg used the comparative form. Not warm, warmer. Not sad, sadder. We add ER to short adjectives to show comparison or change. Remember this from Burg becoming a warmer, sadder, sweatier person outside today.
I did not agree to be used as a grammar example.
Too late. You are now officially an adjective lesson.
Fine. I will add it to my list of achievements.
But honestly, what Burg is describing is not funny. What is happening with the weather right now is genuinely alarming.
The UK Met Office issued a red warning for extreme heat this week. June 2026, the most serious weather warning that exists.
A warning that means risk to life. Not carry an umbrella, not wear sunscreen. Risk to life.
France just recorded its hottest nationally average day in history. Parts of Spain hit 43 degrees Celsius. Dozens of people have already died.
This is climate change. Not in the future, not in a science textbook. Right now, outside your window, today.
And here is a phrase you need immediately. Write this down. Right now means at this exact moment. Not later, not soon, now. Climate change is happening right now. You will use this phrase every single day in English conversation. Remember it from this moment.
So today, we are not just learning English. We are learning the language of the most important conversation of our generation.
Today, we talk about climate change in real natural English. What it is, why it is happening, what it is doing to our world, and what can actually be done.
This episode works best for B1 and B2 learners. But if you are A2, stay with us. This topic is too important for any level to miss.
And later, we will do our Say It Better section, where we take simple sentences and make them sound much more natural and powerful.
For example, instead of saying the weather is getting more hot,
You say, global temperatures are rising at an alarming rate. See the difference? Stay with us. Let us get into it.
Bert, let me ask you something. Hot weather has always existed. Summer has always been warm. So what makes what we are experiencing right now actually different?
Great question. And the answer comes down to 3 things: frequency, intensity, and timing.
Break that down for me.
Heat waves have always happened, but they used to be rare, unusual, something that happened maybe once in a generation, like that one uncle who visits every 20 years and everyone forgets his name.
That uncle.
But now, heat waves are happening every summer, back to back, getting stronger every time. That uncle now lives in your house permanently. And he brought friends.
That is the best analogy I have ever heard for climate change.
And
Actually, did you notice what I just used? The word analogy. An analogy is when you explain something complicated by comparing it to something simple and familiar. Scientists use analogies. Teachers use analogies. Great English speakers use analogies. Remember this, from the uncle who now lives in your house permanently, that was an analogy for climate change becoming a permanent problem.
I love that. Okay, back to the science. The UK's June temperature record of 35.6 degrees Celsius was set in 1976, 50 years ago. And this week, in June 2026, that record is being completely destroyed.
One climate scientist said this week, obliterating records by several degrees is utterly insane.
Wait, obliterating. That is such a powerful English word, and people almost never teach it. To obliterate something means to destroy it so completely that almost nothing remains. It is much stronger than just breaking. You break a cup. You obliterate an army. You obliterate a record. Remember this from the climate scientist who said we are obliterating temperature records. Use this word when something is not just broken, but completely destroyed.
And it is not just Europe. The last decade, from 2015 to 2024, was the warmest decade ever recorded in all of human history.
The 10 hottest years ever recorded. All in the last 10 years. Every single one.
Think about that for one moment. Every single one.
Okay, so let us explain clearly for everyone watching. What is actually causing all of this? What is the science in simple, plain English?
Let us keep it very simple. Our planet is wrapped in something called the atmosphere. Think of it as a natural blanket around the Earth.
This blanket traps just enough heat from the sun to keep our planet warm enough for life. This process is called the greenhouse effect.
Greenhouse effect. Say it with me. Greenhouse effect. A greenhouse is a glass building where you grow plants. The glass traps warmth inside. Our atmosphere works the same way. It traps warmth around the Earth. This is a natural and necessary process. Remember this from the blanket wrapped around our planet. The greenhouse effect keeps us alive. Until humans made the blanket too thick.
And for millions of years, it worked perfectly. The right balance, the right temperature, life could exist.
But then, humans discovered fossil fuels.
And everything changed.
Coal, oil, gas. We burned them for factories, for electricity, for cars, for planes, for everything we built over the last 200 years.
When we burn fossil fuels, we release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, CO2. And CO2 makes that natural blanket thicker and thicker and thicker.
A thicker blanket traps more heat. More heat means higher temperatures. Higher temperatures change everything. The weather, the oceans, the ice, the seasons.
And here is the twist that nobody talks about. We knew. Scientists were warning about this in the 1970s. Some warnings go back even to the 1800s. We knew for decades, and we kept going anyway.
And that brings us to a very useful English phrase. We knew better, but did it anyway. This is called acting against your own better judgment. And in everyday English, you can say, I knew better. For example, I knew better than to eat that entire pizza at midnight, but I did it anyway. It means you had the knowledge to make a better choice, but chose not to. Remember this from the fact that humanity knew about climate change for decades and kept burning fossil fuels anyway. We knew better.
Why is that pizza example so specific?
I am speaking from personal experience, and I will not be taking questions.
Moving on. The numbers. Since the Industrial Revolution, the global average temperature has risen by more than 1 degree Celsius, and CO2 levels in our atmosphere have exceeded 400 parts per million, higher than at any point in the last 800,000 years.
800,000 years of Earth history, and we changed it in 200 years of industrial activity.
So, what are the real effects people are already seeing and feeling? Not predictions, not future scenarios. Things happening right now, today.
Effect number 1, extreme heat and heat waves, which we are literally living through as we record this episode.
These heat waves kill. In France this week, 40 people drowned as desperate people rushed to rivers and lakes to escape the heat. 40 people in 1 week in a wealthy, developed country because it was too hot.
And here is a very important English phrase right there. Wealthy, developed country. Developed country means a nation with a strong economy, good infrastructure, and high living standards. The opposite is developing country. You will hear these terms constantly in news, in discussions, in academic writing. Remember them from France, a wealthy, developed country, still losing 40 people in 1 week to extreme heat.
Effect number 2, rising sea levels. As temperatures rise, glaciers and ice sheets melt. That water flows into the ocean. The ocean rises.
Sea levels have already risen 20 centimeters since 1880. Scientists project they could rise by up to 2 meters by 2100. Entire coastal cities, entire island nations, permanently underwater.
Effect number 3, more destructive extreme weather. Stronger storms, more intense flooding, worse droughts, more devastating wildfires.
You know what is ironic about climate change?
What?
Some places get too hot and dry, other places get too much rain and flood, some areas get hit by stronger hurricanes, some get longer droughts. It is not one consistent problem, it is every kind of bad weather becoming worse at the same time.
So it's like if you ordered a problem and they gave you the combo deal?
The all-you-can-suffer combo, yes.
And that right there is what we call irony in English. Irony is when something has a meaning or outcome that is the opposite of what you would expect, or when something is amusingly contradictory, like how climate change brings both droughts and floods, too much heat and too many storms. That contradiction is ironic. Remember this from the all-you-can-suffer combo. When something contradicts itself in a dark or surprising way, that is irony.
Effect number 4, loss of wildlife. The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the planet. Polar bears, coral reefs, thousands of species are losing their homes faster than they can adapt.
700,000 people every year. By 2030, that is 4 years away.
Chloe, the question that everyone is now asking. Is it too late? Can we still do something real?
The honest answer, some warming is already locked in. The effects we feel now will continue for decades. That is reality. We should not pretend otherwise.
And right there, Chloe used a very powerful phrase: sugarcoating. To sugarcoat something means to describe a difficult truth in a way that makes it sound better or less serious than it actually is. Like putting sugar on something bitter so it tastes sweet. In English, you will often hear, "don't sugarcoat it," which means tell me the truth directly. Remember this from climate change. Scientists are not sugarcoating the data anymore. The situation is serious, and they are saying so directly.
Did you just use my sentence to teach a vocabulary word?
I did. You are welcome.
But here is the important part. The choices we make today decide how much worse climate change becomes. We still have the power to reduce the damage, but only if we act now.
Solution number 1. Replace fossil fuels with renewable energy. Solar, wind, hydropower, clean energy that does not release CO2.
Here is the surprising part. In most places, solar and wind are now cheaper than fossil fuels.
So the cleaner choice is also the cheaper choice. Yet we still pick the dirty one. Humans can be very confusing.
We really can.
Notice the contrast. The clean option is the cheaper option. Using opposite ideas like clean versus dirty or cheaper versus expensive makes your English stronger and more persuasive.
Solution number 2, protect and restore forests. Trees absorb CO2 and are one of nature's best climate solutions.
Solution number 3. Travel smarter and eat more sustainably. Transport creates huge emissions, and beef production releases large amounts of methane, a gas even stronger than CO2.
Personally, save energy at home, fly less, choose sustainable products, talk about climate change, and vote for leaders who take it seriously.
Here is something many people forget. Those who contributed the least to climate change are often suffering the most.
They are on the front line of a crisis they did not create.
On the front line means being the first and most directly affected by a dangerous situation. You'll often hear this phrase in climate discussions.
Burg, how does all of this make you feel?
A mix of emotions. Sometimes scared because the data is alarming. Sometimes frustrated because the solutions already exist.
The technology is ready. We just need faster action.
Sometimes I want to ask world leaders, have you been outside lately?
You and your weather complaints.
I have plenty of feedback.
I have feedback is a natural way to share opinions or criticism politely, even when you're frustrated.
But I also have hope. Young people are demanding change. Scientists keep finding better solutions. Clean energy is getting cheaper.
And conversations like this matter too. People cannot solve a problem they do not understand.
And you stayed to learn. That already matters.
Let's leave it there.
Now, our Say It Better section.
Instead of, the weather is getting more hot every year.
Say, global temperatures are rising every year.
Instead of, people are making the earth dirty.
Say, human activity is releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere.
Instead of, climate change is a future problem.
Say, climate change is already affecting millions of people.
Instead of, I want to help.
Say, I want to reduce my carbon footprint by making better daily choices.
Tell us in the comments, how is climate change affecting your country? Use one phrase from today's lesson.
The planet is sending us a message. The question is whether we are ready to listen and act.
Or remember Burg spending 30 seconds outside and becoming a sweaty life lesson.
Those 30 seconds changed me forever.
Thanks for learning real English and real-world topics with us today.
Stay informed. Stay hopeful.
And prepare yourself emotionally before going outside.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Keep improving your English and your understanding of the world. See you in the next episode.